Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking.
And I'm hoping that we've got enough cash to actually do this, switch the lights off as well. Yeah, brilliant. So stay out of the way. Yeah, I really do. I've done this a couple of times, as I said. I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah, it's completely different, and it is good. But it does take up space. It's like multiple products, and it is the Omatana one of these, but also, or is it? Should we go the G866 mod route and go for the large greenhouses? They too are also very good. They are. You can see they do a multitude of things. You can do it with just water, or you can do it with... Now actually that is the point, I can put the water mod down, can't I, as well? And we are going to do this as big as we possibly can. Yeah, now then, let's switch zone markers on. I've gone and done it again, haven't I? I'll just save the game, so now then, yeah, with the zone markers are on, I can see them. Yeah, so we are going to go 10,000 is the best. Yeah, right side large. Yeah, this is all about, you can see where the yellow chevrons are. It's about which side is where. So I'm going to stick these along the edge, and then I'm going to do like two meeting it as well. So that is fairly flat. Fairly. So there we want to do one facing that. That's because I'm near the road. Or do we do a row of them instead? Do it, because I don't normally do that. But we sort of could. Oh, we could actually, thinking about it, do the same by, yeah, have the chevrons facing each other, and so we can put them together. Oh, I don't seem to like that. Doesn't like that at all. Oh, okay. No, it does. It's more about being towards the edge of the field. That's about as close as we can get it. Let's have a look. I think we seem to be a little bit... it's trees. The trees are typical. I'm just trying to make me things match. Mind you, does that really matter if we go... It is flat. But I just would like to get my things to match a little bit. We do want to leave a bit of room in the middle though. Although we're going to put the water mod down to actually water them. That's the one thing I'm going to be a little bit kind to myself with that. But I'm still going to leave enough room if we couldn't do that and we had to go and grab that. So we may need to... Yeah, so now we're going to swizzle that around. No, it's want that one. No, we don't want B mode anymore. We're going to have the... Yes, because we're close to a tree, I think. Yeah, it is. It's the tree. Typical. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, now the back-to-back bit we can do quite close. That's about as good as it gets. It's not terribly on level, but now it's gone and done something to the other one. So now I need to flip it around. I think 4's enough. They are very, very good, and also cash. Yeah, there is the cash side of it too. Yeah, they are very good though. Now then, there we go. It's more about that than it is anything else. Fantastic. Now let's just do a little bit of fixing of anything. Let's zoom in. There's a bit on this one, I think. Did something strange here. I'd also like to it's just, yeah, soften. Seems to undo. And let's do a little bit of painting. And is it that one? Is it earth? It is. Let's just paint it so it's at least matches and doesn't look silly. So let's make that match as well. Yeah, I want it to be realistic. Sort of. I mean, yeah, I can't afford to paint the whole field or anything silly, but yeah, where we can, let's do it and make it look a little bit realistic. Don't want any bits sticking through where we should have, yeah, like in the middle of here and things like that. I want to make it look as pretty as possible, sort of. You know what I mean. Farming, it's not pretty, is it? Let's be honest. But so now then, water mod. Yeah, that new water mod for greenhouses. I probably think we could, because it is our land. If we stick it in the middle. Now then, let's save the game. It does advise you to do that. And then let's stick that down in the middle at the back, and hopefully it'll get all four. If not, we can put the distributor down, but this thing doesn't seem to play nicely with very much. It does do your greenhouses, but it really doesn't. So it's in silo extensions. Well, that's where I know it from. We stick that straight as close as we can. So in the middle of all four. So really at the back of the second, like that is almost dead center. So if it's going to be right, that should now show in any that it is actually overlapping. Is it? Yeah, it's got it in that one, that one, that one, and that one. So all of our greenhouses have all got a massive water tank under the ground that is watering them all. That's all that we've got. Yeah, I know it says needs plan. I'm not worried because we're not. This is a market garden. Right, so we've got that. Are we doing? I think we are. Yeah. Also, by G866 mods, we are also going to do olives and grapes. We are. It's the right country. It is. They don't do that, so we're going to do that. Production. I think it's still greenhouses. I think it is. Again, same sort of concepts, but again, this time I think we're going to put a patch of ground in between them, like quite a broad. So we could actually go down here. I'm going to use earth. No, I think this time we're going to use asphalt. I'm going to make it quite wide. I'm going to come all the way down like that. Yeah, it's not going to hurt if we do that. Really, not at that point. I'd like to level it so it's going to be the same all the way down. Let's do a little bit smaller to do the corner bits. Right, and then let's try and sort of level that. So it's sort of the same-ish. Very difficult to get exactly right. For me, anyway. Didn't quite do that right. Still, it's not going to be perfect. Right. I think I'm quite happy with that. So if we now put those down, we're going to do 4 of these. Yeah, I'd like us to do this in a grand style. They are costing us quite a bit, and we can start with water first and then eventually do this in a big way, as in like we'll put lime and manure and all the rest of it in them. So I'm going to keep I am going to switch the zone markers off shortly, but I'd just like to get this done here. Zone markers on. I need the zone markers on to sort of. Do we? I think actually, if we stick it like that, where the zone things are coming inside again on just onto the concrete asphalt, even. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to do it, and we're going to go down. It's not perfectly flat. Sort of try to do the parallel bits. Also make it enough room that we could water naturally if we wanted. So yeah, well, that's it. That's just it sort of all worked out. G866 mods is a cracking modder. I've got to be honest. Wish they'd do more because they one of the most balanced. It's good, but not so good that it's silly. It's quite amazing. Let's just try and get that reasonably, not that level, is it? And last but not least, it's reasonably level. Right, grass. A bit of grass just around the back. Let's do the dry grass. Not a lot, but let's just tidy up the areas that we're going to do here. Let's do that a little bit, like quite a large bit, so we're sort of making like one more, I think. So there's a really good broad bit all the way down. See if we can do anything down the bottom of this in time. Oh, that chevrons. The chevrons will disappear once we. Let's just try. Pretty much get that. Just fairly tidy. He says as he goes and makes a right mess of it. Right, I think I'm reasonably happy with that. Not sure if they will. The water should go into them all, but we shall see. I can't guarantee it. I don't know its exact range. Brilliant. Right, now I'm happy with that. Let's save it whilst everything's settled down, and then we're going to switch it all on just with water to begin with. Yeah, we're going to build up because we are right down to 77,861. So yeah, we're not going to be able to do much while that's crashed and burned either. That's sunk into the ground. I think it's done something right strange. Quite fortunate that it's not crashed the game. Yeah. Again, it's two separate mods from two separate modders, so it could well be that fact. It's really not. Yeah. Right. So then, if we've got anything strange, we might tidy that up another time. I'm not worried about that right now, but we will make it so that everything's has not got floaty poles and things like that, because I always find it detracts from the immersion, as Mr. CLP would say, really, and it is true. It does. It's amazing how clever your eyes are, how good they are at spotting little tiny telltale things that are wrong. Yeah, in fact, we were going to do it now because I can see there's not an awful lot. This row here seems to be the ones that are affected the most. Yeah, I've not seen much really. Just this sort of set here. That's about it. Yeah, let's see if we can get it. Yeah, just take the jaggediness off. And here as well, same. There's two have seemed to have just where they meet. That's about right. Is that right there? Can't see whether that's. Yeah, I think that was right. So there's a few bumps, but then I've got to be honest, there will be. Are they floating? Don't think so. They might be. We could put a bit of grass. Oh wow, the water. I wonder what on earth that was. Right, let's stick everything on. I've never done this many. I mean, but I want this to be a major starting business because we've literally blown nearly our entire thing on buying greenhouses and vineyards. Yeah, so that is what the farm is starting off. We're only going to do this with water to begin with because we're pretty skint. And also I would like the session to sort of like, right, so we're going to do grain crops with water, fruit and veg with water. You will notice it's doing multiples. It's not just like, it's corn related corn, and you can see the different amounts. It does a lot more if you do it with manure. It doubles it, so it's very much better to do without, yeah, with not just water, but again, at the minute, that's all we can afford. Yeah, we are. I do love that. Love the water mod. I just wish it was working properly. It does. It's terrible for animals. Yeah, don't use it for animals. Well, unless it's a mod clash. But I'm sure I've tested it just with that, and it is. Yeah, it destroys your productivity of your animals at present. So I'm quite sure it will be fixed in time. Or at least I hope so. If the modder, yeah, knows where it's sort of like going wrong. It also, though, does do something to the distributor. Right, I think that's it. It is. Right, smashing. So then, that's all on 77,770. Let's save the game. Do we go through till tomorrow morning? What about our planting stroke seeding? Yeah, we've got our... Now, what about the other field? Does that need... Yeah, we've not got a cultivator, but we are probably going to go no-till. This is our field, and it is... Yeah, we're going to need to lime it, but we can't... That's a point, actually. We've got our lime. If we're trying to be totally self-sufficient, we could buy stones, because we're not selling it, so it's not really wrong, but I think with what we've got... If you look at how many stones we've got 5.5 tons nearly of stones. That is going to, if you look at the recipe, it doubles and then adds, yeah, sorry, it's not exactly like that. So it's going to double, you could say, in a little bit more. So that would be 10, about 12, 13 tons of stones. I'm going to need the Holes FS1 is my standard fertilizer spreader just for liming, which is actually its superpower. So yeah, we're going to go with the voucher version, which is what I always do. Oh, I've forgotten about that. Let's just reset that now. Although it is in the middle of the session, I suppose. Right, so then we've got that, and we did look, didn't we? Yeah, I'm proactive. Now that's new, that wasn't there. Are we going to use that? Can we afford that at the minute? No, I don't think we can. It's a shame because it would be bought quite a good addition. You can buy it in your tractors though, some tractors. So what are we going to do? We're going to no-till this. Are we going to buy something or are we going to lease something? I don't think we can afford to buy. I think, yeah, this is going to be the end of this session though. We're going to do this next session. But can we go through till tomorrow just to sort of see a little bit of growth, so people are getting an idea of, you know, like how well this is sort of doing and the sort of amount you get from just having what, bearing in mind there are 4 of them though, it's not quite as simple as yeah, if you did 1 it would be quite tiny, but obviously 4 of them are like going to be tiny times 4, which is not tiny anymore, so it's not bad. Right, so then let's let's have a look at the planting. What can we do in our 2 fields that well, I'm trying to think, what are we going to do? What we're going to go into... We're not... Well, it doesn't mean we can't go into the BGA, but I'd like to do something a little bit different. We're growing cotton. We could go into clothes, I suppose, but cotton's early. Cotton's now. And or it's at the end of the year in February as this is going, so it's the earliest crop in the ground, isn't it? So we're gonna, or we could do sugar, because sugar's a constituent of so much and it's not a bad little earner. We could do that in April, but we're gonna need a planter. But we're not gonna do anything just yet until we go through till April morning, because you never know. As I said, it's very unlikely, but you don't want to say never. And I'd also like to show you how our greenhouses stroke olives are all doing in one thing, and then we need to buy something that they're going to go into, but I don't think we've got enough money to actually buy. I'm thinking Farmer Jeb, because it's a mighty beast, although there is the Omatana as well. Oh, leasing costs, you'd not send that back. Why is it you never send it back? Right, no, we're happy without any of that little lot. I mean, that's a beautiful little tractor bought. We've got some good tractors, and yeah, we don't need any more at present. So we're up to 84,507. And how did we do? Let me just show you this, and then I am going to sling my hook. But now we know there is no planter, we're going to go for a planter that is no-till. It's not going to be massive because we can't really afford. Oh, it's supposed to be called. That is a point. Yeah, how much to lease? Because we've got a mighty beast. That's one thing it can do. So how much to lease my favourite one? The special Kinsey. We could buy the six. That's, yeah, well, I suppose we could actually. Only just planting, but we're not trying to use. We don't want anything that has got the fertilizer option, or we're going to have to switch it off. But the trouble is with having to switch it off, you have to switch it off every time. So actually, that kind of thing is probably about perfect. So we are going to buy that, although. No, we can't afford the farmer jobs this month anyway. We'll have to save up for it, really. So we will need to plant our crops. We could always do a couple of contracts. So that is a no-till. We want to buy a couple of bags of seeds. The Holes FS packs. So I think 2. It's going to be tight. I think we're going to go massive in sugar. I think that's the way we're going to go to begin. So let's go 3. We're also going to need to put down, sort of dead centre, a 82 Studios, and dead centre is about where the tree is. Although it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but I'm trying to think. This is the epicenter of our fields that we own so far. So this is, yeah, the one we're going to buy the slurry from, because it is probably representative of the very best value of any sell point. So I'm going to go inwards to the inside of the field, like going in, because I don't intend this to be a field. It is more of a production sort of play. So if we go that, point it to the edge like that, and let's soften a little. So no doubt that's raised that somewhat, not a lot though. Fantastic. So that is the bit we're going to buy. We can buy other things, but I'm going to like buy most things from the shop, because I know people prefer that. So yeah, we're going to do that, and I might actually plant some grass, but we haven't got a seeder. So yeah, so we've got that. Are we going to buy that? We do need a big bag of. No, we don't. We've got the lime. We've made our own lime. Let's just see how much we made. Was I correct? Stones. Yeah, that's done now, so that can be switched off. We built, yeah, nearly 14 tons of lime, which should do us a long way. We of course can do our own things from here, so we could actually, thinking about it, use our own products to make seeds, not to sell. I'm not allowing these. This is us producing our own seeds for ourselves. Now, if we were doing digestate, I would allow the sale of that fertilizer, because that's different. But we're not using crystals. That doesn't mean so we can't sell them, but we're not using them on the farm. Right. So then, 66,673. How did we do off all of our little businesses then? Yeah, how well we got. Bearing in mind this is like each one. So 2, because this is exactly the same. So you could say there's going to be 10 tons of ish, if you were going to say 2.5. 10 tons of grapes, 10 tons of olives in all of them, all 4, which would be double that if we were using seeds, lime and manure. But obviously we all know seeds are expensive unless you're going to do it yourself, which would mean we would need to do some wheat really to produce the best sort of thing of this. Likewise, you can see it's not monstrous. There is quite a bit of the products, but they are not monstrous. I mean, but this is ×4, so some of these are quite good. Sugar beets, actually, that is a point. That's not going to be bad, is it? Wheat, 357, 1.5 tons of wheat, what you could put straight into making seeds to then feed the seeds back into the business. And what do we need for fertilizer and for manure, should I say? Well, we need to buy manure direct, and it isn't expensive. Lime, we've got, again, we could make our own lime from stones, so we could buy the stones, buy the manure, make the seeds. Could do that. I'd like to be as self-sufficient as possible. I've never ever done that, ever. So do we do the... We've got a planter, haven't we? We've missed the boat though now because we've gone through past the cotton window. So planter, we could go sugar beet, sunflowers we could still do for oil if we were going to go Farmer Jeb, or we could do oats, because is this the one that do the oat seeds? Now we all know oats are a bit not the best, but there's straw as well. I'm sure we've got seed from oats. We have, so we could plant oats. That's probably, yeah, we need a bit of manure, but we can buy the manure for that. I will allow that. So next session, we're going to get a bit of work done. We're going to literally plant sunflowers. We're going to go all out sunflowers on both fields. We are going to buy our slurry in, or digestate, and we are going to do our fields and lime our fields. And let me show you, because I don't think I showed you how. Now we know the fields are good, we did see that, but this is what we've got. So mainly loam, 88 is the best. 82 is 50 odd percent loam. That's not bad either. So that's not bad. 79 looks like a strange field though. I can't remember if 81 was a good one. We're on the wrong one. No, that's nearly all loam actually. That's not nice either. Neither is that. That's not bad. 50-50. And that's not far off the same, and that's, yeah, 50, horrible, brilliant loam, horrible silty clay, yeah, and that one's, yeah, there's quite a lot of loam in the area. That's the one thing I'm going to say. So that's where I'm going to leave the first session, right down to 66,673. But we have got businesses that are going to, and they are completely different. They are, yeah, it's not my normal starts. It is interesting, but you can see we can do a lot better, but we've got to feed the businesses into themselves and actually invest in the businesses to actually get this the best out of it. So we've got our seeds ready to do the sunflowers. We're going to get that across next session, and trying to think, yeah, let's just pop down the shot, remind myself what kind of what the planters like. I think it's a 3 points into it. It's literally, you've got to attach it. Now this might not be very good for the biggie, but we don't need it to be big. Yeah, this will do fine on either of the other tractors, so it's not. Now the other thing I'm going to buy is a Des Voice box, yeah, for the front. So really the only one that can do that is the Fendt. So fantastic, and that is where we're going to leave it. So we'll come and grab these. I might grab them off camera, bring them down. I can't reset them because obviously I'd lose my seeds, so it's obvious I've got to do it properly. At least that way we can hit next session going forwards. So all that remains to be said for this first session, which is probably going to be quite a long one, is thank you very much for watching. Might split it into two actually, yeah, because it's going to be a bit of a monster otherwise. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.